This is Burnley. It's one of many towns across the UK that have been suffering from the loss of pubs. There has been a rapid increase in pub closures in the past decade, which was further escalated by COVID-19. The UK has thrived on these pubs and bars fueling communities, however they have been on a decline. Since 2021, there has been over 600 permanent pub closures across the UK, averaging roughly about 37 per month, with just one of the streets in Burnley having as many as 5 pubs closing for good in just the past couple of years. But now pubs are facing another crisis, the rise of inflation, with the current inflation peaking at 9.1%, the highest it's been in the last 40 years. With this, bills and energy prices are skyrocketing, which is creating even more of a divide between customer and pub. More and more people are opting to seek out cheaper prices and deals in supermarkets to drink at home, and with people having to make the choice between heating and eating, trips to the local pub are now being sacrificed. Behind these gates is what was one of those pubs, called Clough House, which has since been turned into a nursery. Frances Whitehead worked there before it was forced to close.
So this is the pub I used to work in. It was called Clough House and it was a good community pub. They served food as well. So we had local customers, we had customers coming from other parts of the town to eat. And it was a really popular pub. It was really sad when it closed down, and obviously now it's been turned into a nursery. I've got lots of happy memories of working here. I worked here with my sister and it was great. People were very disappointed when it closed.
Yeah, it was quite a nice place to eat as well, because it was like a bit of an eatery. It were a nice place. You could see that it were getting run down a little bit towards the end. However, it were a nice place.
However, some pubs have adapted in unique ways in order to keep going. For example, the Mosley Arms in Bolton, which now hold a church service every Sunday morning. This is run by Reverend Ben Woodfield and pub manager Bernie.
We started off with maybe 15, 20 of us, and now today there was 45 of us gathered, and so there's a whole mix of people who find themselves in church thinking, what am I doing here? But because we're quite informal and it's quite interactive, they quite enjoy it, and so and actually it's a nice crossover because we'll do church and often we'll hang around in the Muslim. We'll maybe spend a few hours in the afternoon just chilling out in here, and we know people, there's friends of ours are here and that, and so. And because it's a community pub, it works. It's not alien for people. They know this place. It's part of the community. So members of the community become part of us. Yeah.
I'm Bernadette Bates. I live in this community. I've been brought up in this community. I now run the Mosley Arms at Breakneck, and I love it. I do enjoy listening to these. I used to be a member with quite a few of these that are here. We used to go to Christchurch. Yeah, this is good. There's a bit of life, a bit of fun. It took them a while to set things up, and we just went for it. But it's good, yeah. It's good though. It is good. I didn't think it would. To be truthful, I didn't think it would take off. I thought you're just going to get that same group of about half a dozen people. But you've got quite a few now. A few missing today. But, I mean, there's one or two of the customers here that have never stepped foot in a church that do actually come to this one, and they say they get something out of it. They're enjoying it and they do get something out of it. Everybody else accepts them. They all sit and have a drink with them and have a natter and all the rest of it. So they all get on. There's no, the God squad's here. There's none of that. Well, there is, but only in fun. But no. Everything's good. They're all good. It's good. It's just worked well. They've blended well with our regular customers. But we'll come in for drinks and have a natter with everybody, catch up with everybody. They know them all now. They're quite regular. One or two of them are very regular.
The church merge isn't the only thing the Mosley have resorted to in recent times to gather more customers either. They have also had a laundrette and a postbox collection point installed on the premises.
The laundry works well because you do have it's used a lot. It's used a lot more than expected, because we laughed about that when it was being put there. I said, oh my God, a laundrette, outside a pub. But it works. People use it, and they do come in. Someone will just have a coffee. They might have a coffee and a pasty for the lunch while they're waiting for it. Others, especially the gents, when they're getting the brownie points with the missus, they'll come in and have a couple of pints and use the laundrettes. They get a message when it's finished and pack it up and off they go. But they do get used. They get used more than I expected them. More than I expected them to get used. So yeah, they're good.
The Mosley isn't the only pub around Greater Manchester with some fresh ideas for creating customer flow. The White Swan in Swinton has merged with a local florist to increase business on both ends. Danielle the florist and Margaret the bartender had the idea to merge the business during the pandemic, which has seen an increase in customers for both sides.
My name's Danielle. I've been a florist now for 12 years, but self-employed for 4. And yeah, that's it really. So I had my own shop, which I opened pre-COVID, like literally a couple of months before. So when it came to opening it back up again, it was like struggling a little bit. So the idea was, because I was part-time in here as well, I was like, I'll have a look. Can I just like put all my stuff in your garage kind of thing? But when she opened the doors, I was like, do you know what, it's really working here. So the two of us got our heads together. It was like a bit of like a paint, put some shelves up. And that's basically where it came about. Just like the fact that it would be footfall, I worked here, it all just made perfect sense really. Oh, absolutely loving it. Like I was saying before, where I was in the shop, there was nowhere to park, there was no footfall. It seemed, when I was looking at the place, like the perfect place, but then I didn't realise there was permit parking. Probably didn't do my research enough. And it was on a busy street, so I thought there were people passing, but it wasn't. And then it just, and with the COVID thing, it was more everything, and the bills going up and stuff like that. I thought this is going to be ridiculous. But yeah, as far as customers and stuff like that, because now the word is getting round, so everyone's like, oh, there's a florist in the pub, you know, like it's a bit of a quirky thing. So even when there's like there was a bunch of women here yesterday, and they, someone that we've never seen before, and because I was working here last night, I was like, oh, what's this? Because they're set in the beer garden. And I was like, oh, it's just a little florist, it's mine, let's have a look, and like literally open the doors, a little cheeky look, and now they know, do you know what I mean? So being here is getting me so much exposure. More with the function room, so now if someone's coming in here to sort of like talk about, you know, balloons for a 30th or something like that, or like a future funeral flowers and stuff, I'll always mention the function room, and even if it's like before 12 o'clock, I can get access and just give them a show around. So there's been a couple of bookings that way as well. So yeah, it's working for both of us. Because I've worked here obviously before, the regulars, they all already know me, so then they got to see, they wouldn't necessarily come into the shop, but now I'm here and they're having a drink and they're having a look around. So now obviously with this merge, it's just been the best thing ever.
My name's Margaret and I'm from the White Swan. I've worked here about 9-10 years. We have people that may not have come to the pub that are coming into the florist and then maybe just stopping, having a drink. We're having people that are coming in, having a drink and just popping out and having a look and seeing what she's got. The ladies' knitting club, they all love it. They go out every now and again just to see what new things that she's got. But yeah, the trade has got better, definitely. The knitting club is, they come in every Wednesday and they only stay from 12 till about 2:30, and they were elsewhere with COVID. They had to find a new location. Obviously we were shut down for a while, and then we had table service, which a lot of people didn't like, but it had to be done. It was worse when we only had the outside space, because we only had allowance for so many. But yeah, we made it work. Customers were great, they understood why we were doing it, and yeah, we kept our customers happy, thank God. So yeah, we do have a quiz starting in September every Friday night, and we have live music on a Saturday night. I love it, absolutely love it. 2 days and never the same, and that's what I like about it.
We can only hope that these pubs serve as an example of what is to come in future.